Before you watch this honest ad about the war on drugs, I'm going to show you a real ad about the war on truth. And don't click away, because I know when you do. We're proud to partner with Ground News to make sure the comedy videos we bring you are based on facts. Ground News is a website and app developed by a former NASA engineer on a mission to give readers an easy, data-driven, objective way to read the news. And the best part? Ground News is subscriber-funded, which means there are no ads on the platform. So you can stop complaining about ads for a few minutes. God knows I hear about it enough. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, factuality, and ownership of the sources reporting. Take this article about President Biden pardoning thousands of marijuana charges. You can see in the bias distribution here that 33% of these outlets lean left while just 15% lean right. If you'd rather decide for yourself because you're not a little sheep, Ground News easily organizes this info so you can check out the differences between the left-leaning headline and the right. You'll see the left-leaning publication is high factuality, while the right is mixed factuality. Go to ground.news/honest or scan the QR code on the screen to get 40% off unlimited access to all their amazing features. The link is in the description.
Attention, ne'er-do-wells, rascals, and rotten apples. Your days of drug using are coming to an end. You better not be out there taking inhales of the old jazz cabbage, puffs of the devil's lettuce, heaping helpings of Indian hay, cylinders of the blue sage, chewing the cap of Lucifer's pen. Because it's me, McGort, the crime Hort. Drugs. People voluntarily put that stuff in their lungs or mouths or veins, or sometimes rubbed into their gums, or occasionally mixed into a solution in a turkey baster that they shove up their ass. Disgusting. I can't even imagine what kind of thing would motivate someone to sneak the hellish high produced from such tools. There's no possible reason or psychiatric motivation that would cause someone to self-medicate. It's simply a reflection of moral failing, like adultery or driving a Hummer, an evil I'm here to fight. Now I hear what you bleeding hearts are saying, that our war on drugs is overly punitive, and that it's an overly cruel response to people caught up in it, that we don't care about them, and that we don't give them resources they need. Oh yeah? Would we spend $1 trillion on people we don't care about? I'm not sure you understand how much that is. Imagine $1 million. That's only 1/1,000,000th of the budget we've devoted to our kindly crusade. Oh, so we shouldn't fight any wars that are hard? If people like you had their way, Sadam Hussein would still be in power. Instead of the current state of Iraq, which I haven't had time to check on because I've been fighting drugs so much, but I assume is some sort of modern democratic utopia where the McDonald's fries flow like water. You want us to just give up? Well, let's have a look at the sort of people that would still be doing evil among us. And before you say we're racist for showing you a person of color, maybe remember that that's who we're overwhelmingly arresting. So who's racist now? If so many white people were using drugs, wouldn't we be investigating, arresting, and sentencing them similarly, huh? Maybe you should watch a few YouTube podcasts and learn a few things. Now, Paul, why don't you tell the citizens the great evil you did?
My great evil was I grew when I sold marijuana in the 1970s. It caught me with about 100 plants in my back shed.
100 marijuana plants. That's basically 100 grams of heroin. At least according to the federal sentencing guidelines that I keep tucked in here right next to my heart. What drove you to such evil? Was it the service of Satan?
No, it was in the service of paying rent when I couldn't provide for my family.
And by your family, do you mean your found family of Satan and all the other criminals?
No, I mean my regular God-fearing family. My wife Louise and my son Paul Jr., who I then didn't see for a decade because I spent that time in federal prison.
Ah, you see, the system works. You're welcome for the room and board, by the way.
I gotta go. I gotta go to my grandkids' soccer game.
I feel safer. Don't you? Now, though, I've got my secret weapon for you who criticize how we handle drugs here. The fact that, for all your whining, we've decriminalized marijuana in many places. Despite our disgust for these disgusting substances, we weighed the consequences and the massive untapped store of tax dollars we were missing out on, and we made a decision we should be lauded for. So shut up about it. It's a better world now. Bet all those generations of mainly low-income and non-white drug offenders are smiling, looking out from their cell, knowing that they paved the way for white, well-to-do entrepreneurs to open dispensaries. We appreciate your sacrifice. And to us in the anti-drug offensive, a job well done. I'm off home to celebrate in a good moral fashion by drinking a handle of bourbon, screaming at my wife, and driving into an old growth tree. I've been Roger McGort, the crime Hort.
Woo, woo, woo.